We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. Lock.
Our first carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
I got you.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
A nice carry by Jacobs, who's coming off a career year. Just when it seemed like Vegas may have been ready to move on from him. Led the NFL with over 1,600 yards and was more than deserving of his first All-Pro selection.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this, of course, is an intriguing Week 1 opener. On one sideline, you've got Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach. But remember, back in Denver where he was the head man in 2009 and 2010 as well. And on the other sideline, Sean Payton making his debut as head coach of the Broncos.
2 established coaches. Both of them made their bones on the offensive side of the ball. And Sean Payton won a Super Bowl as the head coach of the Saints.
Here we go.
This is going to be fun to see them match wits.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here we go.
3rd and 4. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A man who was lost for the year in week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When we see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all.
There he goes, left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. A huge loss on the play. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wilson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Boy, fingers crossed here. 1st quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Las Vegas paid a steep price to acquire Adams from Green Bay last offseason, and yet they got their money's worth from him in 2022. NFL best 14 receiving touchdowns, over 1,500 yards, and a well-deserved 3rd straight All-Pro selection.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
All go special! All go special!
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Runs over him. And he's got some space here. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try to stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here we go.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Smith to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
They're on 47-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. There to make the stop was John Jenkins.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this one complete again to Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here we go, here we go.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he goes out right around the 39. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Second and 21 at the 41-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 9.
Listen. Run it.
Here's Wilson. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. The gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Again, Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Wilson going to throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
That's returnable now for Smith.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. They give it to Williams, running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
14.
Here's Wilson to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, 32 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 2nd half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Here we go.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Now Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you...
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go.
right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just about on his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, here's Pirine. There he goes, right side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the